Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are working on another Project Life spread for week 39 of 2021. So for this week, I decided to use the Prima 31 collection for a lot of my paper and cards. So the pink spider web, also at the bottom, the pumpkin kind of polka dot, and then the Hocus Pocus card, the first 3x4. Those are all from Prima. Also this little piece of scrap paper that I'm using here. So the only card that's not is the checklist card, which is from Citrus Twist. And that's actually one of the little freebie cards whenever you buy something from them. They'll usually write you like a little note. So their note is on the other side. So I always keep those if it's like a journaling card, and then, I'm able to use it. So it had a lot of the same colors, and I thought that it went nicely. So I kept that one in for additional journaling. So this week for my title card, I decided to use, I think this stamp set is like a Citrus Twist and Retro Hip Mama collab from a while back, and it's like a stamp set that says week and different things like that on it a lot, so you can use it like for your project life. So I stamped out one of the week fonts and just cut it out so that it would kind of pop off of this paper. I didn't want to stamp it directly on because I thought it would get kind of lost potentially. So this card I change many times. So for right now, I'm using a little label. I cut it in half and I'm going to add my date stamping to that label. And then I use these kind of large puffy alphas to put 39, but that ends up not working for me because I felt like the alphas, you can kind of see them more right now because of the shine that's on them from my lights, but it really blended in and I didn't like everything smushed over there. I don't know. I really wasn't liking the card. So I come back to it many times, you will see during this little video. But anyways, how is y'all's week going? Have you been doing any kind of fun Halloween activities yet? Of course, we're just starting in, but I have decorated the house. So that is what my first photo at the top is of. It's of our living room. So I mostly saturated all of the decorating into that room and took a lot of pictures whenever I first did that a few days ago. So of course I had to include one of those photos in my project life. I also have a little snapshot of some pumpkins at the bottom just from Whole Foods whenever me and my friend Lauren ran in there earlier in the week. And then the other two photos are from mine and Will's date day this Sunday when we went to get bubble tea from a shop that we haven't been to before. So it was a really cute food truck called Sugar Ghost, which I thought worked perfectly for October documenting. And I love that we got to try a new bubble tea place. So that was super fun as well. The only other photo that I'm including is the little screenshot from my Instagram account about my Patreon. So that is a little illustration kind of thing that I did in Procreate on the iPad and shared it to my Instagram with all of like my Patreon tiers and information. So of course I had to include that because on the 1st, this Friday, I launched my Patreon. So I don't want to spend too much time promoting things like that over here on Instagram. On YouTube. But I do just want to say that it is launched. It is open if anyone is interested. We're doing a lot of fun things over there, including October Daily. So all of my October Daily videos will be shared on Patreon this year, and then I will do a final flip through over here on YouTube at the end of the month or the start of November, depending. But so you can look for that and you will be able to see everything finished. But if you are interested in process videos and additional content and all kinds of fun activities and crafty Zooms and all kinds of fun stuff, maybe check out my Patreon. We've been having a great time so far, and I'm just really excited about that. So of course I had to document that in my project life. So I kind of didn't mention this title card anymore because I change it a lot, but this is kind of my final decision. So I pulled out the Prima 31 collection like ephemera, and I loved this little cauldron. So of course I wanted to use the stamped week title, and I really wanted to use a piece of that label because I had added 2 other labels to my spread and I wanted that third label. But the clear spot to put these tiny little white numbers was inside the cauldron base. But that kind of annoyed me because then week was up higher and the cauldron was down lower. And I was like, what am I going to do? So it takes me a minute to kind of figure it out. But what I decide to do is I take off the date and I add the other half of the little label underneath week. I will eventually add a small amount of stamping to that with the same roller stamp that I used on the picture of me in front of the bubble tea truck that says hello gratitude, and I stamped right now on the label at the bottom with the Patreon information. So I'm going to put my date stamping into kind of the cauldron smoke, and then I add a few little stamps that say document under week, and I really like the way it ends up turning out. I don't add much more to that. I keep it simple since it is like a very busy patterned card, but I do punch out here soon a few little black stars. I'm about to do that now. So I'm using another piece of the paper from that same collection, and I just punch out, a few little black stars, and I do add them throughout. Some of the cards you can't really see the little stars too much because a lot of the paper is busy and some of my pictures are busy, but I do add a few little black stars around, and I think it is pretty cute. So I really do love the way that this spread turned out, and I adore the Prima 31 collection. I'm so excited that I got that. It's super fun to work with. I love the pastels and the light colors and kind of a more subtle Halloween approach, and I think it really works well for things like Project Life or documenting things that aren't necessarily super Halloween themed, but you still want to get that little vibe out there. So I've had a lot of fun using it. So the last thing I'm going to do here is just outline with my little dashed line around the bubble tea cup, which I think is cute, and it just kind of gives that card a little something, and that is pretty much it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick and easy Project Life process video. If you did, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I will be back at you soon with another video. Bye guys!